Hello everyone, welcome to this series of videos made by the Department of Anatomy, Faculty of Medicine, University of Khartoum. I am Dr. Ghazali, teaching assistant at the Department of Anatomy. Today, I and the team behind the cameras are honored to present to you Practical 2 of the Abdomen module. I hope you find it helpful and interesting. Before we start our video, I would like to remind our students and everyone who watches this video to take health measures seriously and to be safe. Always wear your face mask, avoid unnecessary gatherings, and frequently wash your hands. In today's session, we have got 4 stations. In the first station, we will study the abdomen, the peritoneal cavity, and peritoneum and its fold. In the second station, we will study the spaces and compartment of the peritoneum, and then we will study the retroperitoneal space. Then we will study structures of the alimentary canal. In the third station, we will study stomach, and in the fourth station, we will study the duodenum. By this, we will conclude our practical. The abdomen is the area below the diaphragm, and it is continuous downward with the pelvic cavity. As you can see, big part of the abdominal cavity is covered by the lower ribs. All this is the abdomen. Okay. This part of the abdomen contains important structures like the liver, the spleen, and great part of the stomach. All of this part is part of the abdomen that is covered by the ribs. For descriptive and clinical purposes, the abdomen is divided into quadrants by 2 imaginary lines, which are illustrated by this black tape. 2 vertical lines and 2 horizontal lines. The vertical lines extend from the mid-clavicular point downward vertically to mid-inguinal point. This is the right one, and the same from the mid-clavicular point to the mid-inguinal point. The 2 horizontal lines, the lower one is the intertubercular line that connects the tubercle of the ileum. The upper one is called the transpyloric plane. The transpyloric plane is found midway between the jugular notch and the upper part of the symphysis pubis. This is the transpyloric plane. By these 4 lines, the abdomen can be divided into hypochondrial, lumbar, and iliac quadrants in the left side, and again right hypochondrial, right lumbar, and the right iliac. Centrally, there is the epigastrium, the umbilical, and the hypogastrium or the suprapubic. Okay. The transpyloric plane is passes at the level of L1. Again, is the tip of the 9 costal cartilage. It crosses important structures like the pylorus of the stomach, as the name implies, the head, neck, body of the pancreas. It's also the area where the superior mesenteric artery originates from the aorta, and where the superior mesenteric vein meets the splenic vein to form the portal vein. It also passes at the hilum of the 2 kidneys. Okay. Now, we'll talk about the abdominal cavity. During development, the abdomen can be divided into peritoneal cavity and a retroperitoneal space. What's peritoneum? Peritoneum is a serous membrane that consists of a single layer of flattened cells, the mesothelial cells, that overlies areolar tissue, connective tissue. This membrane surrounds the walls and the viscera and secrete fluids that lubricate the viscera. We will use some terms regarding the peritoneum. Double folds of peritoneum that attaches an alimentary tract structure to the posterior abdominal wall is called a mesentery. A double fold of peritoneum that attaches 2 organs together is called a ligament. When one of the two organs is the stomach, the double fold is called omentum. Peritoneal fold provide passage for vessels, lymphatic, and innervation to reach the viscera.